Hi YouTube! So today I'm going to be doing a video that I said I'd do a little while ago, and that is all about the products that I'm now using now that I've gone cruelty free. And what I'm going to be doing is saying what I did use before I used that product and what I'm using now and compare the two. Because when I started going cruelty free, I was really worried that even though there were a few things where I thought, yeah, I could like switch mascaras, that wouldn't be much of an issue for me, I was worried about other things like foundation. So this video is just to show you that you can go cruelty free on all products. It is possible. So foundation is the first thing I'll talk about. Now, as a lot of you will probably know, I used to use Rimmel's Lasting Finish Nude Foundation in Light Porcelain. And I was so worried because I am so pale. I thought I'm never going to find a foundation as pale as this. And a lot of you suggested lots of different types of foundations. There's the Kat Von D foundation. There's the Gosh foundation as well. There's also the e.l.f. one as well. I bought this and it is definitely pale enough for me. So if it's pale enough for me, I'm sure it'll be pale enough for you. And it is the Gosh BB Cream Foundation, Primer and Moisturiser all in one. So it calls itself a BB cream, but it's definitely buildable to become a foundation. So this is the Rimmel one here, and that's the Gosh one. Now, as you can see, the Rimmel one is more pink toned, but I was happy to get something that was a bit more yellow toned for my skin because I just like the look of that more. But once the Gosh foundation is on my skin, I wouldn't know the difference. Like, what I could be wearing Rimmel now, I could be wearing Gosh now, I wouldn't know the difference. And I am so relieved that I found a foundation that is pale enough for me, thank God. It is a very light coverage foundation, but I know the Kat Von D one, I believe that one isn't. So that's something that I may try later on. But yes, that is what I was using, and that's what I'm using now. As for powders, I was using Collection's pressed powder in Ivory, but I'm now using Makeup Academy Skin Defying Hydro Powder, and this is what it looks like. And again, I was worried that all the powders would be too dark for me, but this is light. As you can see, it is very light, and I believe this is supposed to go on quite translucent, and it is super cheap, which I'm really happy about because the Collection one was super cheap. And Collection may be cruelty free, but it's not completely, I don't think anyone's completely sure yet, so I just hope, fingers crossed, that they will announce that they are soon. For primers, I used to use Urban Decay's Primer Potion. I now use e.l.f.'s Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. This is a hell of a lot cheaper, and I don't really notice the difference between the two, to be honest. So even if you're not cruelty free with all your makeup, I would still recommend using this over Urban Decay's Primer Potion. So now mascaras. I used to use Rimmel's Scandaleyes mascara, which is a very good mascara for the price. I have to admit, it's really good. But now I'm using Barry M's Lash Vegas mascara, which is, it's very different. These two are very different. This makes your lashes very thick very quickly. This makes your eyelashes very long very quickly, and you have to build up to get that thickness if you want that with this, which you can get. And I do like it. As I've said so many times in my videos, I have rubbish eyelashes, and when it comes to mascara I will use anything. All I'm using them for really is to make my eyelashes black, because they're never really going to do that much more than that for my eyelashes. Now on to eyeliners. Now, I used to use, and this eyeliner is the love of my life, so to say goodbye to it is really hard, but I used to use Collection's Fast Stroke eyeliner. I'm not going to lie, I love this so much. I'm now using Barry M's Defying Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Now, this is quite different to this. I think it's definitely better in terms of precision. As you can see, that is the tip of that, and for the Collection ones, that's the tip of that, so it's a bit thicker, so it can be hard to get that nice pointed wing with the Collection one. But the one thing with this one is that it doesn't dry completely matte, whereas this one does, the Collection one does. So that's one reason I may be like looking around for another one in the near future, but it is still very good. It lasts all day, and this one can like crack a little bit, whereas this one doesn't tend to do that quite so much. Another thing is Barry M Do a Gel eyeliner, and I do really like that one, so I may, once this is used up, I may use that one instead. Pencil eyeliners. I very rarely use pencil eyeliners, but I did used to use Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes, and I believe that Tarte aren't owned by a cruelty-free brand, so that's why I wanted to find something else. I bought Barry M's Bold Black Waterproof Eyeliner. So again, Barry M. These are both very, very smooth, which is what I like to have. A lot of pencil liners are prone to being quite rough on the skin, whereas these two are not, neither of them, which is great. They're both waterproof as well. This one will be a lot cheaper, but yeah, that I don't really use them that much, so I don't really have much to say about them. Now for makeup palettes. I have quite a lot of makeup palettes that aren't cruelty free, and I will be using them up just because they were a lot of money and I may as well use them up instead of throw them away. And I've got Urban Decay's Smokey palette and Naked Smokey palette, which looks like that. If you want a smoky palette that is cruelty free, then I've talked about this a million times. This is Too Faced Smoky Eye palette here. It is quite different. You don't have as many eyeshadows, but the eyeshadows that you do get are so beautiful, and these are all very wearable eyeshadows that you get with this palette. So if you want a smoky eye palette and you want something that's cruelty free, get the Too Faced one. If you want something a little bit brighter maybe, what I did buy and won't be repurchasing is the Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay shadow box here. As you can see, lots of very bright colours. For cruelty free though, there is the Sleek original palette. Sleek have a lot of makeup palettes as well, so if you're really into your makeup palettes, Sleek are cruelty free, so that is fab. And these are the kind of colours that you're getting there. So that's them in comparison. There's two matte blacks and bluey, purpley, shimmery kind of colours, a lot of them are. I would say the Urban Decay black is a lot more black, but apart from that, I don't have a huge preference of one or the other really, because I do prefer a lot of the colours in the Sleek palette. Lip liners, okay, I used to use Rimmel ones in general, but I've got here Rimmel's Exaggerate Full Colour Lip Liner. So I used to use Rimmel, I now use Makeup Academy's Intense Colour Lip Liner. And I really like these because they come with a little sharpener in the lid, which is genius because I'm always losing my sharpeners and I'm always needing to have the lip liner super pointy. You always need them super pointy when you're applying them, don't you? I love these. They're a lot cheaper as well, and I'm very glad that they are cruelty free Makeup Academy because they are so inexpensive, and I do quite like a lot of their products. The Rimmel one is in the shade Red Diva, the Makeup Academy one is in Red Drama. Now lipsticks. Now with lipsticks you've got a great choice really, you really have. I used to use, this is an example of something, I used to use Marc Jacobs lipstick, and this is in the colour Dashing, so that's what it looks like there. I used to also use Ruby Woo, and that is something I might be repurchasing. I now use Gosh's Classic Red. Their matte lipsticks are the best. I spoke about them in a previous video. They are so good and I love them very, very much, and they're very long lasting. So this is Gosh's matte lipstick in Classic Red. So, and you know I love my red lipstick, so I'm so happy I've got a red lipstick that is cruelty free that I love. And with lipsticks you've also got things like, I've got Barry M here, this is in the colour 164, and Kat Von D do the most amazing range of lipsticks that are cruelty free, and I believe that she's going vegan or is vegan now with her products as well, which is amazing. So yeah, there is a lot out there. I would highly recommend the Kat Von D ones more than anything, but I do love my Gosh matte lipsticks, and Barry M do a good range as well. Even though they're not the most long lasting, but they do a brilliant range of colours. As for liquid lipsticks, I used to use the Maybelline liquid lipstick ones. Then I discovered this amazing brand that is LA Splash, and this is in the colour Ghoulish, which is an unusual kind of colour, I have to admit, but it's very popular. I remember everyone was talking about this a little while ago. And what I'm wearing today on my lips is this. And it is LA Splash's Studio Shine Lip Lustre in the colour Lady. And that is what it looks like there. And it is so beautiful. I love this so much, and that's what it looks like. If you want it darker, you can build it up and you can make it darker if you want to. It's got a little bit of glitter in it as well. So pretty. Jeffree Star. I'm also trying Jeffree Star's stuff out very soon. Also for lip balms, I use Crazy Rumours lip balms, and this is in Gingerbread, and I've talked about this before in my favourites videos. This is so good, and it smells just like gingerbread, like real gingerbread. Oh, I love it. I got this from Holland & Barrett, and I really recommend these. So that's it really for makeup from me. I don't wear blusher, so I haven't purchased any blusher or highlight or contour. I'm not really into that kind of thing. So makeup brushes, I use the Real Technique makeup brushes, and they have got brushes for everything. These makeup brushes are such good quality. I don't know what I'd do without them, to be honest. Got these from Superdrugs, but you can also get them online as well. For eyelashes, I'm using Eyelure Eyelashes as always. I love my Eyelure Eyelashes. I use the 143 ones all the time. That's what I'm wearing today. Now I shall talk about other bits and pieces as well. So, dry shampoo. I did used to use Batiste dry shampoo, but I believe that the company that own them aren't cruelty free. I know it's going to be hard sometimes to avoid companies that own like brands that are cruelty free. Like, it's going to be tough, but I'm going to try and avoid it wherever I can. And so now I'm buying Colab's Extreme Volume Dry Shampoo, which I actually preferred to this one. And you know how much I love this. I love this so much. But I think the one thing I like about this more is the fact that this has a much nicer scent to it. Plus the packaging is so cool. It's got houndstooth on it. You know how much I love houndstooth. Hairsprays. Now, hairspray, I never stuck to one hairspray, so sometimes I probably bought something that was cruelty free, and sometimes I probably bought something that wasn't cruelty free. Now I'm just sticking with this hairspray here. This is the one I use like mainly for my fringe because it's not the strongest of hairsprays, and this is Superdrugs Extra Firm Hold Hairspray. It smells gorgeous. And now I'm just using Sainsburys Own Make hairspray. Very inexpensive, and it's got the little leaping bunny on it, and it is cruelty free. Face wipes, I used to use simple face wipes. I now use Superdrugs own brand, but I purchased these instead recently, and these are the Sainsburys aloe vera face wipes. But I prefer the Superdrug own brand ones because these are a bit more dry, and I like them when they're super wet because they get off the makeup a lot quicker. When it comes to my skincare, I've got a whole video on my cruelty-free skincare routine, but I like to use Dr. Organic. I adore this brand, Dr. Organic. Or Asda's Own Make N-Spa. Well, I don't know if they're made by Asda, but they're only sold in Asda, I know. But N-Spa is just a dream, this brand. Oh, and they're so cheap. I got this and this for £8, and this on its own is £7, and I think this on its own is about £7 as well, and I got them both for £8, and I really recommend all their products because they smell so good. And when it comes to like body creams, things like that, I've got Superdrugs own brand body butter, which I spoke about recently in vanilla, or there's Lush's Karma Cream, which is an amazing body lotion. So when it comes to things for the body, like hand creams, body lotions, things like that, I will stick with Lush most of the time, sometimes Superdrug, and that's pretty much it. Shampoos, I use the Lush shampoo bars, and I've done for a very long time, and I really love them. If there's any other specific like thing that I haven't mentioned in here and you're wondering what I'm using for that now, please let me know in the comments below and I will answer that for you. Yeah, everything that I'm wearing on my face today is cruelty free. I haven't used any products on my face today that has been tested on animals. Yay! So I just wanted to show you that it is possible. I know this video isn't going to be for everyone because not everyone does want to go cruelty free, but for those of you that do, I hope this really helped. And thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone!